All righty. We are 10 minutes into this live. That's kind of what I told myself I would give in order to let people get on and join in. Hopefully, some more folks will come along. If not, then for those that can't make it, I will just edit and release this video as a standalone Psych-Zone episode. But since today in psychology, my topics that I covered didn't really go over Valentine's Day and weren't really on par. They were kind of in AP Psych, but definitely weren't in my regular Psych class. I wanted to do, just a little talking about how psychology views Valentine's Day. And it is such I would say, a hotbed of psychological activity and focus and the different things that people would want to focus on within psychology. Okay, of course, we know Valentine's Day as a day to be dedicated to love and affection. And it can evoke a wide spectrum of different emotions based on your situation, from elation to complete desolation on the other side of things. As we delve into talking about all the psychological nuances of Valentine's Day, we can learn a lot about the overall human experience as a whole beyond just the superficial Hallmark holiday idea of romance around this. So I've tried to segment this as best I can to talk about some different areas of focus within Valentine's Day. And the first one that I wanted to speak on for just a minute is expectations versus reality. Okay. Valentine's Day, again, depending on your situation, can set the stage for heightened expectations in many different areas. And that's all cultural. It's fueled 100% by societal norms and how the media may want to portray what's supposed to be romantic and the gestures that come along with that. And when those sometimes heighten too much, expectations are unmet, it can lead to feelings of disappointment, inadequacy, and even resentment from the anticipation of potential extravagance within gift giving, to the pressure on whoever's in charge of trying to orchestrate the perfect date on this date or this weekend to celebrate. People may find themselves grappling with a very, very stark contrast between what they fantasized about this holiday for them and their significant other, or even Galentine's, and the actual reality of their relationship. And for those that are trying to navigate a relationship around this time, this particular day can be viewed and often is viewed as a litmus test of commitment and emotional investment in that given relationship. The fear of rejection, very, very common fear, or even unreciprocated affection, can intensify or heighten those negative feelings of vulnerability, anxiety, and overall insecurity, which of course can hurt one's self-esteem and sense of self overall. Then you've got the social aspect of this, and with social media taking such a alarming role in many of our lives, it can amplify the idea and phenomenon of what we call social comparison. just scrolling through all of the perfect images on social media of romantic gestures and declarations of love can trigger various feelings of inadequacy, and again, be something that diminishes someone's self-esteem. Individuals may find themselves engaged in some type of upward social comparison where they try to measure their own relationship against the idealized ones that are portrayed online, which, of course, again, will lead to feelings of discontentment and self-doubt. So, yeah, again, everything of what I've talked about thus far depends on your current relationship status and how you feel regarding that going into this day where emotions are going to be heightened. Give me just a second. I'm going to type something in the chat. I wanted to, in case anybody does come on here before I finish up going through this, wanted to go ahead and give a timestamp of when I got started so that folks don't have to sit around and wait on 10 minutes of nothingness. And you can just skip right ahead to where we get beginning there. Now, another idea, because I've talked a little bit about the negative stuff. Another big aspect is self-love and empowerment. This day, an idea can serve as a catalyst for self-reflection and self-love. Embracing your solitude or celebrating your platonic relationships, Valentine's Day being, a perfect example, can empower people to redefine what love is and to try to find fulfillment independent of romance or feeling like you have to have some kind of romantic validation. From practicing self-care to engaging in acts of kindness towards yourself, Valentine's Day can be a huge transformative journey towards your own self-acceptance and empowerment. The next area that I wanted to talk about with this day is understanding the cultural as well as historical context that goes along with it. So really, historically, you can go all the way back to ancient Rome and the ancient Roman festival of Lupercalia to the Christian feast day honoring Saint Valentine. What we know today as Valentine's Day has undergone a huge transformation from what it originated as. Okay. And it's all about just the diverse cultural narratives and beliefs of what this day should be. Today, of course, in not literally today, but in today's world, Valentine's Day is both a celebration of romantic love and an opportunity for that diversified cultural expression, reflecting the values and norms of societies worldwide. The next theory that I wanted to get into talking about is attachment theory and the role that it has within relationship dynamics. So this day gives psychologists a lens through which to examine attachment theory and those overall dynamics. For people that are securely attached in their relationships, this day serves as an opportunity for mutual affection and bonding and strengthening those relationships. And then on the other side of the coin, for those that are insecurely attached in their relationship, they may experience heightened anxiety or even avoidance behaviors because of the stress that just comes with the day itself, because of that overall fear that one may have of rejection or abandonment, along with all of the other emotions that go into today. For those that may find Valentine's Day challenging due to whatever their personal current circumstances are or their past experiences, cultivating psychological resilience becomes essential to your overall well-being. This resilience entails developing coping strategies to help navigate your feelings of loneliness, disappointment, or social pressure. From seeking support from friends and family to practicing mindfulness and self-compassion, individuals can foster emotional well-being and navigate through Valentine's Day with both grace and resilience. Now, for the next little bit here, I dove into specifically the major approaches to psychology. And depending on your favorite, or if you lean to one or a couple, I wanted to make sure that I covered all of these bases so that you could understand how they view Valentine's Day and what it is within this holiday and spectrum that they would look at. So first, because I'm biased, I'm going to start with my favorite approach, that being humanism. And the humanistic approach views Valentine's Day as an opportunity to celebrate love, connection, and the power of authentic relationships. On this day, they encourage individuals to express and affirm their love for others in ways that are both meaningful and heartfelt. Rather than focusing solely on the materialistic and having emotional intimacy. Cultivating relationships that are built on trust, mutual respect, and open communication. Valentine's Day to humanists serves as a reminder to embrace our human capacity for love, compassion, and kindness, and to celebrate the profound impact that positive relationships have on our psychological and emotional well-beings. Behaviorists view this as an opportunity to observe and analyze human behavior in the context of relationships and the way they express their love for each other. Behaviorists delve into the fundamental psychological mechanisms that drive us to seek and establish romantic connections with each other. With their expertise in understanding human emotions, motivations, and overall social dynamics, behaviorists examine how people perceive and respond to both their cultural and commercial aspects of Valentine's Day. They explore the impact of those societal norms and expectations on romantic relationships, as well as how individuals may experience varying degrees of satisfaction or disappointment based on their experience during this holiday. Furthermore, behaviorists study the potential influence that this day has on an individual's overall well-being and mental health. Hey, Ascalon, glad you could make it, man. Appreciate you joining the live here. I only got started at about 10 minutes into this thing. And so I've been talking again for the last 14, 15 minutes on various aspects, going through the different approaches to psychology right now and how they go about viewing this holiday and what they think and what they study and what they look at within it. All right. So our next one up would probably be the most famous grouping and one that most of y'all may flock to, and that's psychoanalytic psychology. And of course, what they're going to look at, it's all about the unconscious. So they're looking for deeper meanings They're looking for unconscious motivations that go within and underlie our experiences and emotions and how they impact us. This holiday represents an opportunity to explore and understand the complexities of our relationships on that subconscious, unconscious level. Uh, Valentine's Day is a reflection to them of whatever our deep seated unconscious desires may be, as well as any unresolved conflicts that we may have, some that we may not even know about, that may come up within that subconscious or unconscious. Psychoanalysts believe that the traditions associated with the holiday, like gift giving, expressing affection, and pursuing romantic connections, offer glimpses into our unconscious desires for love, intimacy, and connection. By analyzing the symbolic nature of Valentine's Day's rituals, the psychoanalytic psychologists aim to uncover the dynamics at play within our relationships, both romantic and platonic. And through this lens, psychoanalysts are able to make this day more than just the commercialized Hallmark celebration that a lot of us view it as, and it can become an opportunity for self-reflection and exploration of our various different emotional landscapes. The next perspective or approach would be cognitivists. Okay, and they're going to look, of course, at the cognitive processes as well as our emotions and how they go about affecting our experiences on this day. They view Valentine's Day as a celebration of human connection and the expressions of love between individuals. Cognitivists delve into how our thoughts, our perceptions, and memories all shape our experiences and emotions on this day. They explore the cognitive aspects of attraction, love, and relationships, explaining the role of attention, perception, and memory in forming and maintaining romantic bonds. Their research sheds light on the cognitive mechanisms that drive our feelings of affection, desire, and happiness during this season. And with that idea of attraction, I wanted to bring up the sociocultural topic of the factors of attraction before I get into the next approach of psychology. I wanted to bring up these factors that I talk about in class, and that being proximity, similarity, liking through association, reciprocal liking, and even just evolutionary, looking to find a mate. But I wanted to share this for those of you that maybe haven't checked out our social media or seen it. But if this doesn't show similarity, I don't know what does. But Jess and I got each other the exact same Valentine's Day card this year. And I honestly, I haven't laughed as hard as I did when we opened these in a very long time. Like I was lightheaded, felt like I was going to pass out. I was laughing so hard at this. She got hers first. I'll say that she went and got hers first. She felt like she had won because she knows how much I love Ted Lasso, and we loved watching the show. Ted always being super positive, that's 100% me. This was great. So when I went to the store, normally I'm looking for funny cards. That's me. I'm the funny card guy. And I want to get a joke card. I want to get something that she'll chuckle at or that'll make her face turn red. But when I saw this, I was like, okay, I got to switch things up because, again, Ted Lasso, love this guy. And I thought this would be the perfect card to give her from me. So, again, just dinner was filled with laughs as a result of us getting the same card for each other. All right, so getting back to the approaches, the next one is evolutionary psychology. Okay, and evolutionary psychology, it's a definitely unique perspective compared to some of the others that I've talked about thus far, because it's going to get into biology more so than anything, our biological tendencies and evolutionary history of people. Our romantic behaviors and preferences can be traced back to simple mating strategies of our greatest ancestors. Evolutionary psychologists are going to argue that our innate desires for love, attraction, and companionship are all just deeply rooted in our overall genetic makeup. Valentine's Day to them represents an opportunity to strengthen social bonds and ensure reproductive success for the human species. It's a day where we express our affection and commitment to our partners and following the ancient evolutionary drive to try to find a secure and suitable mate. Neurobiological perspective or approach kind of is on that same level, not as deep with the history there, but still looking more at the inner workings of our body and how our brain and its connection to our emotions impact this day. They're going to look at how, from a neurobiological perspective, how it shapes the way we experience love and affection, and shed light on the mechanisms behind what we consider romantic feelings associated with this day. The brain releases certain neurotransmitters and hormones like dopamine and oxytocin during moments of attraction and attachment. And both of those, as well as some others, play a very significant role in our overall emotional experiences on this day. Neurobiological psychologists aim to unravel the biological underpinnings of love, providing a much deeper understanding of the intricate words are hard processes occurring in our brains during any romantic encounter, regardless of if it's Valentine's Day or not. This specific perspective offers very valuable insights for people that are trying to comprehend their own emotions and those that are interested in nurturing and cultivating healthier relationships overall. The last approach that I want to talk about is the sociocultural approach. And it's only fitting because this tends to be the last unit that I cover throughout my regular psychology classes. But they're, of course, going to look at Valentine's Day through the lens of social and cultural influences. They, of course, like many of these others, view Valentine's Day as much more than just a celebration of romantic love, but that it's a social construct based on your culture, your society, that reflects the beliefs, values, and norms of that given society. For these psychologists, this day serves as a case of how people and groups interpret and then enact love rituals, or what they would consider to be routine behaviors that fit this day. They delve into the diverse ways in which people from different cultures, backgrounds, and identities engage with Valentine's Day, revealing the interplay between personal experiences and broader social dynamics as a whole. Additionally, they explore how pop culture, media, and marketing can influence any individual's perceptions of what love and relationships should look like during this time of year. So, in closing on this topic, Valentine's Day serves as just a huge microcosm of emotions, societal pressures, and cultural dynamics. From the anticipation of romantic encounters to the introspection of self love and esteem and appreciation, this holiday encompasses a wide spectrum, like I said at the start, of different psychological experiences that can help shape our relationships, self esteem, and overall well being. By exploring the many faces of psychology and their viewpoints on Valentine's Day, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the overall world around us. So let us approach this holiday in the future, since it's on the tail end of it now, with empathy, self compassion, and a commitment to fostering meaningful connections in our lives, whether they be romantic, platonic, or even self directed, and allow those to enrich our lives year round instead of just here in February. Well, for those of you that tuned in, even if it was just for a little bit, I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you taking the time, even if it was just a little bit of time out of your Valentine's Day plans or this season to tune in and hear what I had to say. I hope next time maybe we can get a few more people on here for a live session. We'll see. For those of you that are watching this back on the replay, I still appreciate you coming. Hope that you'll stick around. Hope you'll like this video and subscribe to the channel to see everything that we've got, whether it be Psych-Zone related or not. We truly appreciate you guys. And until next time, what's your why?